Hello and welcome, my name is Sarah and I create multi-tutorials for The Sims 4. In today's video we're gonna go over chance cards, which will also be the very last video we will do about rabbit hole careers. And I'm thinking for the next video we will start looking into the work from home function. That is also an option for careers in The Sims 4. But like I said, for today's video we're gonna go over chance cards, so let's dive into it. So in front of me I have opened the career mod that we are currently working on, which is the content creator career. And you might have noticed that the difference between this video and the previous video is I have actually a lot more added to this list, but don't worry, because actually what I've just added is I have added some objectives for level 1 and level 3, as you can see all over here. So that's actually the only thing that I've added. There's no difference. If you haven't seen the video about branches, I did add the overmix to my current career. So if you're unsure about what this part is, please check out the video about branches. I will link it in the top corner. But like I said, for today's video, we're gonna go over chance cards. So the first thing I want to do is go over the fame moment, which is this little pop-up, and then you can choose if your sim reacts one way or another, and they will gain fame or fame will be removed. So I added that option into level 3 of my content creator career. If you have been using the same career check guru, then actually you might have noticed that this moment over here, fame moment, was actually added only to level 4 and up, but I added it to level 3 because I thought level 3 probably feels a little bit better because I only have 5 levels of my career. But really it doesn't matter which template you used from the game. Every single game career actually has this fame moment that you see over here. Now the thing is, for the most part I'm just going to leave it as it is because I like to keep my careers and any other mods that I create as similar to the game as possible. So for the fame moment I have actually looked at the other files, and to me it seemed like they're all the same. So again, this fame moment over here for level 5 looks very similar to the one in level 4 and also then in the one of level 3. Now this just means that I'm going to keep it the same. Like I mentioned in the first video of the rabbit hole career, we're actually going to just look for a text that says tech guru or anything related to the template you used for your career. And as you can see in this case, we have the key generic 01 value adventure moment reference adventure moment fame opportunity tech guru base. So in other words, this is actually the only file that I'm going to change. And to change this, I'm going to copy the tuning ID, add it into the extract tuning file, and then just add to current package file. Now once the adventure moment is added to my package file, I'm going to open the TDESC builder and actually have a look and see if I can compare this adventure moment to other careers, because like I've mentioned earlier, I like everything to be as similar to the game as possible. So let's have a look. Now I have opened the TDSC builder. I have selected the type snippet because this is a snippet, as you can see over here. And then I've added the adventure moment underscore fame because that's actually the name that they are going for. And now I'm just going to click on them and have a look and see what to deal with these things. So I can see they're both adventure moments. This is actually the one for fame opportunity underscore low. So this is the low career. But I made sure to choose a base because this is the tech guru base. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to compare it. So we got the value, finish action, we got all of that. Event to send fame moment complete, fame moment complete. Then we got the loot actions. That's all the same, a little notification, and now I wonder if the image is going to be the same or not. So 1D, 0A, 4A, blah 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 blah, it's the exact same. Then it goes to primary icon response, show summary panel, and here it says show summary panel. secondary icon, participant. Then we got the text, which is actually the first thing that we've noticed that is different, so we know to personalize the text. Moving on to text tokens, that should all be the same indeed. Then the title is also different, and it's the visual type special moment, which is also the same. Moving on, we got the display subtext, font color. Okay, name will gain fame and money. Name will gain fame and money, so that's the same. However, the display text single, accept the investment, or reveal the judge is in this case different. It is quite hard to do this with just on like one screen. Okay, and then we have the event to send, fame moment to complete. Believe me, it's also the same on the other one. And then the display subject text, lives will continue unchanged, life will continue unchanged. That is also the same. And then again, the single text is then different. We got both large icons. And then I can see that in this case, the image is different because, let me look, this is the politician controversial interview image. Numbers are different than this because this is a icon from the tech guru. Okay, and then looking down, I see that this text is also different, and then the title is also different. Now, to be 100% sure if these are the things that are really different, you can do exactly what we just did, but then use the other adventure moment careers and just compare it again. Now, I know the most important thing that we have to change is the load action. So I'm just going to actually copy that and then add that into this file as well. And for the text itself, this is all customization. If you're unfamiliar about how to change text, I will add a link in the top corner on a video about text and icons, so you can check that out. But you definitely just have to personalize this text. I'm not going to go over all of that. Now, what this adventure moment actually does is when it finishes the action, then these are the action results. So this is the results that will happen once you select one of the options into the little pop-up that will pop up on screen of the chance card. So the actions that will happen is in this one, from you to you over here. So this is like one single result, and then this from you here to this one, I believe the one that's in the same line, you, is also one result. Now, moving on to this result is that when you select that you want to accept the investment, which is the top option when you get the chance card, so it will say accept the investment, or it will either say, where's this one? Remain independent. But if you accept the investment, you have the little text underneath that will say will gain fame and money. And then once you click that, the outcome is actually this loot action. So this is what will happen. And this is then the text that will be displayed in a notification in the corner. And then this will be the title for that set text. If you are a little bit confused, I am more than willing to create a little notification tutorial. So let me know in the comments down below if you need a notification tutorial. Now, moving on to this part over here, starting from the U here, it says remain independent, and then under it, it will just say Sim's life will continue unchanged. So your sim will just get this notification over here, and that's basically it. Now, after you've changed all the text and everything and personalized this whole fame opportunity moment, then we are moving on to the loot. Now, before we go into the loot, I actually also want to mention once again to make sure to add the new tuning ID that you just created for that adventure moment into your levels of your content creator. So that is all just the same reference. Now for this loot, I have a video about loots, but to be honest, I haven't looked back into that video, so I don't know if it's still accurate or not, because it's been a couple of years ago. But let me know if you need a new loot tutorial videos. Loots are very often used to give your sim something, like they can get items or money or anything else, really, a trade, basically anything you can think of. They receive that when they get into the loot, and a loot most of the time is done by a sim finishing a certain interaction. Like in this case, when you click on the, let me read that again. When you click on the accept the investment, then this loot will happen. So in this case, we will get a loot fame actor fame opportunity small. So this just means that their sim will gain a little bit of fame, like a small bit. I would not recommend opening this file and then creating a whole new file. Like you can just use the ones from in-game. If you're unsure about the other ones, we can just actually go in here and say fame opportunity. Let me see, this is actually a loot. So let me click on action, but like fame opportunity, here I can see them already. We have fame opportunity small, fame opportunity large. If I open the small, it would just give a statistic increase, and I would not play around with these loot actions unless you know what you're doing. But if you're new to all of this, I would just leave it as it is. But you can easily change from small to large. I don't know if there's a medium, but small or large is fine. So all you basically just gotta do, if you want to use the large one, is copy the numbers, then paste them in here, and then I'm just going to change the name to large. So now my sim will gain a large amount of fame. Now something that is actually really important to change is the career reference. So we gotta find our career file, which is the content creator career, copy that, and then paste that in here. Now the reference is referenced to our career. Then we have operations, money, hour, multiplier. So this just means that what our sim currently makes, the amount of money, it will be multiplied by 20, and that will be the money your sim will gain. And then in this case, the sim will also receive a buff, so we can just customize this buff as well. Again, there's a video about buffs that I have. I will link it in the top corner, but I'm also thinking I might need to update that video as well. So I'm not going to go over buffs in this video. And once you've done all of that, you actually just created your very own fame moment chance card for your career. Now for the other chance cards, we're going to go into our super interaction for the career. So the chance cards are found in the basic extras. So we have our adventure moments. It's very similar to what we just did before. Then we have the adventure test initial comment, and then here we can see, here it starts, is how we did it before. So I'm just going to quickly read over this, and here we have our very first career chance cards. Now there is a weight modifier to this, and in this case it means if your sim has been in the adult criminal career level 1, then the weight multiplier will be 0. So in this case, this adventure moment will not happen if your sim has ever been in the criminal career. So after you've scrolled down and gone past the career adult criminals weight multipliers, we finally get to the very first chance card. Now, if you look further down, this looks very similar to the fame moment we just went over, but then these will not result into fame, but into options of job, performance, loss, or gain. Now going from the U here to the U here, this is our very first option, which gives us a little notification once we've done, and the notification will pop up in the corner. And this is the give refund option. And then when you move further down from U here to, this one is quite long actually, to U over here, as you can see it's quite long, is because this is the option for, where's the text here? Calm customer down. So when you click on calm customer down, you could either get a loot job performance loss small, which gives a loss into the job performance. You will get this notification, but if your sim is confident, or they have level charisma 3 and up, instead of getting a negative job performance loss, they will actually gain a small performance, and they will get this text over here, which then is different. And then if you scroll further down, so underneath the calm customer, we actually get the visibility show dialogue. So this is the dialogue, the little pop-up that will pop up, the chance card itself. So the text is: an irritated customer contacts Sim's name demanding a refund on her new smartphone. And then the title is customer satisfaction, and then underneath it, it will either say give refund or it will say calm down. And then depending on which one you choose, if you choose then give refund, you will get this notification. Very simple, and there will not be any job performance gain or job performance loss. But then if you choose the calm down interaction and you are below level 3 charisma, or your sim is not in a confident mood, then they will for sure, 100% sure, will get the job performance loss in this case, and will receive this notification text. But if your sim is above level 3 charisma and is in a confident mood, or either one of those, then there is a higher chance that they will actually gain a small performance and this text will pop up. I hope I kind of made that clear. I tried to be as clear as possible about this, but I understand if you're still struggling with this, so please let me know in the comments down below. Now I'm just going to add this loot into my package file, and then the loss as well. So now in front of me I have the 2 job performances, gain and then this is loss. First let's go over the gain job performance, and the first thing I'm seeing is that we have here the statistic career performance tech guru. Knowing that we've already created that, I'm just going to copy the tuning ID numbers and place that in here. Now it basically just says that our statistic will change, and it will change by the amount of 7, which is a small performance, but you could also change the number to something else. If you want it bigger, you go higher. If you wanted less of a performance, you go lower. And then we have the statistic fame perk career hopper multiplier, which just means if your sim has the fame perk career hopper, it will just be multiplied. Now another thing we need to do is of course make sure that we have our career referenced here and not the tech guru career. So we actually did that earlier. So I'm just going to quickly go in and do that as well. And then for the text override, I would just leave it as it is. Now moving on to loss, we can actually see that the statistic amount is changed by -10, which means that we have a job loss of performance loss of -10. Again, you can change this number to whatever you want. For the statistic, we gotta of course make sure to just copy that same statistic and add that in here. And then for the career test, we also have to make sure to reference our own career and not the tech guru career. And we just gotta make sure to save this and then add this tuning ID number to the file we were working on earlier. You can see I have added the new loots in here, and then that's basically all done. Now please change this text however you want. Also the weight modifiers over here, you can change that to whatever you like. If you don't even want this option, you can just delete the whole thing. But if you want something similar, or you want a different skill to be used, or be like, oh no, my sim needs to be level 8 charisma to get a positive end results for this, you can totally do that. Also, you can just play around with the loot action as much as you want. You can add money results or trade results or item results. You can literally add anything in loot actions, which is great. And if you decide, oh, I actually don't want the confident option, we can just delete that whole option. So just move it like that. So now it doesn't say my sim needs to be confident, and now it just says my sim needs to be at least charisma level 8. If you want to add another skill to it, go ahead, add another skill to it. You can do as much as you want with this and be as creative as you can be with this. And you can add as many chance cards as you want. I'm not going to go over every single one, but as you can see, this one for example, we have 2 loots that will happen once we select report bugs. So that's also possible. You can add as many loots as you want. You could also say, oh, actually, this loot, I kind of want to add that to this one as well. And then you can just add that in here as well. Let me see, where was the loot? Here we are. And just move it like that. But the most important thing, you have to make sure to have that job performance loss small or gain small. That's also constantly changed in here. And then you this is gain, and I just went for loss, but then you do choose the correct one. So that's the main thing you need to personalize, and of course the text as well. But that was it for this video about chance cards. If you have any more questions or are stuck with anything, please let me know in the comments down below. If you think loot actions or just notifications are still a bit intimidating, please let me know in the comments down below, and I can create a separate video on just that topic or anything else. Please let me know. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Like the video and leave a comment down below. Don't forget to join my Discord and assign yourself the mod tutorial roles to stay up to date with the latest videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye!